Alright, the way the political system would work would be similar to the way it already works in the rest of America, but it would be a little bit different. Alright, first we would have elected officials, but they would just be for relations with other towns and states and for just to give a leadership to organizations, but they wouldn't make huge decisions that change the town. Uh, like we would elect a sheriff to run a volunteer police force, and everybody would volunteer for the police force. It wouldn't be a bunch of people that think that they just have authority all the time just because they're given a badge, and then when they're not, they go drink because it's just a volunteer. If they want to help society, they can help society. They're not there to be a douchebag and not like their job. Uh, Same thing with judges. They would be there not to decide things as much as judges do in regular society now today. They would be there just to make decisions based on the people. Like if there's already a law in place, like everybody's already voted on it, the judge would just decide if that law has been broken or not. And then if we go to court and the judge decides that no law has been made on that before, the people will vote on it. And if they decide that no law has been broken, or they decide there needs to be a new law made, that will be the new standard, that will be the new law. It will be a democratic process. It won't just be common law like the rest of America. If you look up common law, that's the way most of America and the world works. If something is set in court, it's considered the law of the land. But we're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it where the city actually comes in and is part of the lawmaking process. We'll also do the same legislative process where you can submit bills and stuff, but it won't be where only congressmen and senate and legislative people can do it. It will be where anyone in the town can submit something for review, and then the elected officials will view it, and then let the town vote on it. But that's how it would work. It would be a republic, a democratic republic. That's what it's called. And then the government would actually be a service to the people. The government would, you wouldn't pay tickets and stuff all the time. That's not how we would try to make our money. That's not how, and then they wouldn't make money off taxing people and off homeowners associations. That wouldn't be the goal of the town. That wouldn't be how to make the money. The goal of the government would be to provide services to the people that they want to pay for. That is how we would earn the money for the government to work, by providing services to the people, not by preying upon the citizens and taking as much as we can from them and milking them for everything they have. We will provide things to them that they want to pay us for. That is how the government will operate. If the people don't want to pay the government for something, they have to pay for it themselves and create their own version, which is completely fine also. But that's how the government would operate, and hopefully we could implement like mining machines and other ways to create free income, and also solar panels and stuff, and wind power, and we could create energy and also start selling it to the energy companies in America, because if you create extra energy, you don't have to use it, you can sell it. That's how the government would operate. We would try to make it like that as much as possible, and then if the people wanted new roads and stuff, they would come together and fund that. If someone wanted it, they would come and they would speak on it, and they would ask other people to come fund it. If not enough people felt like they needed a road, the road stays like it is. If a bunch of people decide then the road needs to change, the road can change, because they'll pay for it. But that's how the government should operate in the town, and it'll only be like 2 square miles at the most of town, so it won't be like it's a giant county-sized town that we're having to operate. It'll just be a good size plot. There's a bunch of towns in America that aren't that big. You could blink and drive, you miss it. You drove right through the town. It'll be a town like that, but we'll have a lot more going on than most towns that sized. So yeah, that's the politics of Bitcoin Town.